Hey, sixth grade math. Well, thanks for letting me be with you in this kind of content. It's good to see you like this. I hope hope your test went well yesterday. I hope you were being respectful and responsible. But that being said, this kind of video lesson we're going to do just pretty much like as if I was with you in person. We're just going to go through right here on this part of your screen here. I'm kind of pointing, I guess, that direction. We're going to look at I think that's page 29 of your textbook. So go ahead and open up to section 9.1. We're going to do section A on algebraic expressions. And let's just get started by working through here. Then I'm going to give you, we're going to take some notes like we always do, and then I'll give you your classwork. So let's just start with what is an algebraic expression and start with something that you all know you've been using for a long time. If we know that some value, if I were to ask you what number plus 8 is 12, what plus 8 is 12, well, you should all know the answer. You should all be yelling it out. It is 4. And that's right. What plus 8 is 12? 4 plus 8 is 12. Nothing else works. That's the only thing that works. Some number plus 8 is 12 and it's 4. So if you see this, blank plus 8 is 12, you know that blank equals 4. That's what we really mean when we talk about an equation. We take that blank, that some number, and we make it a variable. And I think I've already shown y'all that in class previously. This in algebra, we typically use the letter X to be a variable, although any letter can be a variable. I've told you that before. Well, now you're actually seeing it in your textbook. X is used, B is used, Y is used, Z is used. I can't get them to use pictures of puppy dogs, even though they're cuter. So if we say X plus 8 is 12, that means the same thing as some number plus 8 is 12. You should see this and you should know that's 4 because that's what X plus 8. Well, what is X? X equals 4. That's what an algebraic expression is, or equation, algebraic equation. It's an equation because you have the equals sign in the middle. This equals that, where one or both sides has a variable in it, and a variable is just that letter that can refer to any number. In this case, X refers to 4. If it had been X plus 8 equals 13, well, then that would have been 9. X plus 9 is 13, then it would have been 5 is what I was trying to say. Whatever actually is what I was trying to say. So we're going to skip that little part right here, working our way on down. So the question here for you right now, we'll solve for X tomorrow, but for now, let's just be really, really simple. If we have X plus 7 is 2, suppose I just told you X is 2. Is that true or not? Well, you just ask yourself, well, if X is 2, we're going to substitute and say, well, is it true that 2 plus 7 is 9? And y'all tell me, is 2 plus 7 9? Well, yes, it is. And therefore, we say that's true. So that being said, let's just work through a few examples. We'll work through, first of all, example 1. And we're going to do example A here. X plus 12 equals 15. All right. And we're told here that X equals 3. This is our given. So what we want to know is this algebraic equation true if X plus 12 is 15 if X is 3. So let's take this X and just substitute 3 in. We're going to rewrite that then as 3 plus 12 equals 15 and just solve. 15 equals 15. That's true. So it checks out. X plus 12 does equal 15 if X equals 3. That's all we're doing. Pretty simple. Look at example B. 30 minus X equals 25. Now we're still assuming that X is 3, so we're just going to put that in there, right? And so let's just 30 minus 3 equals 25. What's 30 minus 3? 27 equals 25. Is that true? Does 27 equal 25? No, it does not. So 30 minus X equals 25 is false if X equals 3. So that's true. A is true. B is false. Let's look at example C. 2X plus 1/2 equals 5 halves. Ooh, Looks kind of complicated, doesn't it? Well, let's just write it out and see. 2x is the same as 2 times, what's our x? We're assuming it's 3 plus 1/2 equals 5/2. So what's 2 times 3? 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1/2 equals 5/2. Well, 6 plus 1/2 is 6 1/2. 6 1/2 equals 5/2. Well, are those true? No, that's not. That's not true. So C is also going to be false. And sure enough, we can tell here that all three of those says the same. X plus 12 is 15. That's true, or that's false, and that is also false. See, that is a solution. So looking at on A, the next page, thus X of A, X equals 3 is a solution. In B, X equals 3 is not a solution. And C, X equals 3 is not a solution. Now, I'm not going to have you do the try-its right now, but I would encourage you as part of your homework. I'm not requiring that, but do take a second and work through those. I don't want to take up all of your class time in this video. Let's look down at example 2 and continue working more on this. Determine whether A equals 6 is a solution for each equation. We do the exact same procedures. Look at example 2. And here, the A is going to be 3A equals 12. And what are we assuming? We're assuming that A equals 6. Let's put a line here so we're confused. A equals 6. Again, notice this time it's A, not X. I said any letter can be it. So we're going to just rewrite 3 times what? 6 equals 12. And now just solve. What is 3 times 6? 18. Does 18 equal 12? No. So A is not, 6 is not a solution for 3A equals 12. Let's try example B. 1/2 A equals 3. All right. Well, what is our A equals 6? So let's just substitute it in, rewrite it. 1/2 times 6 equals 3. And what is 1/2 of 6? Well, that's going to be 3. 3 equals 3. By the way, just so you can see the full multiplication out the bets, that is going to be a solution. And if you're just real quick, if you didn't see that immediately, 1/2 times, I can do 6 over 1. And there's a couple of ways at this point, but a quick way, 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2, multiply straight across. 6 divided by 2 is, as we saw, 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's one quick way to do it. I'm sure y'all can find other ways, other strategies to make that work. So again, we see in your work, sure, A, 6 is not a solution, but in B, it is a solution. Saw the same thing. All right, and I think this might, this is going to be our last example of today, our last example. So let's draw our line. Example 3. We're going to do 3 of these. We're going to determine whether 3/4, we're going to assume A equals 3/4. Again, it's just a fraction. We're just going to substitute it in. 8A equals 6. Is 3/4 a solution for 8A equals 6? Well, how do you know? You're just going to multiply it and find out. We're going to substitute A for 3/4. 8 times 3/4 equals 6. Well, let's just multiply. I can rewrite that as 8 over 1 times 3 over 4. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 divided by 24 is 6. And so we see, in fact, 6 does equal 6. And so in this case, 3/4 is a solution to A. I forgot to write 8A equals 6. Let's do B. B, 2 equals 4A. So what are we going to do here? We're just going to take our 3/4, substitute it in, and get used to that language, substitute. That's a language we're going to use like from now on. You're going to use substitution in algebra, you're going to use the language of substitution in geometry and every other math you ever do. So when we take a variable and we plug a number in for it, that's just called substitution. All right. So let's just rewrite this as 2 equals 4 times 3/4. No, notice I'm always rewriting things. I've told you before, rewrite things. Always rewrite things. That makes it easier to see. Let's just multiply across. We really can 4 over 1. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 4 is 4. Reduce. 12 over 4. Well, how many times will 4 go into 12? That becomes 3. So 2 equals 3. Are those the same? No. So 3/4 is not a solution to 2 equals 4a. And then finally, example C is 1/3 a equals 1/4. So once again, we're just going to take our assumed a is 3/4. We're just going to substitute into a. That's 1/3 times 3/4 equals 1/4. Now let's just multiply. What is 1 times 3? Multiply across the top is 3. What's 4 times 3 or 3 times 4? 12. And let's just now reduce. How many times will 3 go into 12? Well, 3 will go into 3 one time, and 3 will go into 12 4 times. So that's how we're reducing. Does 1/4 equal 1/4? Yes, it does. So it is 3/4 is a solution to A. 3/4 is not a solution to B. 3/4 is a solution to C. So again, you have all these try-its that you can try on your own, but that's not going to be your homework. Maybe try those if you want. We're going to come back to them at the end and use that as kind of review for your homework. For your test. In the meantime, what I'd rather you do instead is for your homework, it's in your workbook. You're going to be doing pages 19 and 21. That's number 1 through 4, and do all of those. And with that, I will see you tomorrow. God bless you.